My bad. Today, I figured we should start doing some TPs, but I'm not gonna do it the way you're supposed to do it. Before we jump into using IDEs or Eclipse or IntelliJ IDEA, I think the students ولا الطالب لازم على الأقل يعرف بلي كاينة حاجة يسموها the terminal or the PowerShell, doesn't matter, or the CMD or the command prompt. ويعرف بلي it's a very powerful tool that he can use, that he can even automate his tasks with. So today, I'm not gonna solve these TPs in Eclipse. I'm gonna solve them in the terminal, specifically in PowerShell. Okay. So if we can see here, هنا عندكم how to download the GTK and all of that. For me, I think you should do this on your own. If you couldn't download the GTK on your own, you couldn't do it, I'm not gonna say you're a noob or ماكش تعرف قراية ولا ماكش تعرف programmation. No. I'm saying ابذل شوية effort, and you need to get out of the passive zone of just constantly watching and doing behind someone. So download the GDK. Okay, it's very simple. تروحوا تدخلوا لهنا GDK 21. Well, there is now GDK 23. صح الفايدة, when you download it, all you have to do now is to go and search for environment variables الأخر, وتروحوا للenvironment variables, you can see here, to and update this path. If I say edit here, راكم تشوفوا هنا كاين you see users Ryzen.gdks OpenGDK 21.0 bin. So if I go there, where is it? It says C users Ryzen. Now I'm exposing myself into GDKs and this one, and then the bin. All you have to do, go here and copy this file path, Control C, and just go here, ديروا new file, ديروا Control V, and okay. I think I missed the bin one. Yes, I think I missed to copy the bin. It's fine. I'm just gonna write it here. So you gotta copy the path to the bin folder. Okay. Hit copy, and then it's just gonna work in your terminal. I remember one time I deleted my environment variables and I had no terminal. I couldn't use the terminal from IntelliJ IDEA. I couldn't use it from anywhere. So these are the main environment variables. وهذه مثلا من GW64 is to compile C programs and C++ programs, and yeah, and this one is for compiling Java programs. Okay, so, and these are mainly I actually can see them all. Anyways, and you have here also these ones, system variables. So these are user variables for Ryzen, which is the user I'm using, and these are system variables. These are going to work for all users. So I have one for Python scripts, I have one for GDK, for Java, and I have one for C and C++ programs. So this is basically النقطة الوحيدة اللي هتعلموها. It's how to set your environment variables. It's very simple. طلعوا GDK on your own, then go copy the folder path, روحوا environment variables, just set them. That's it. It's so basic. Now when you do that, after you do that, I advise you to learn some shortcuts. You can type Windows R, and then you can use PowerShell or you can use CMD. Okay, when you click CMD now, it's gonna take you to the CMD. Now again, this is a Windows setup, so you're gonna type Java dash version. As you can see, it's 21.0.2. okay, and you're gonna, this is the Java, this is the runtime environment, and you have Java or Java C. It's Java compiler. So if we go Java C version, so it's 21.0.2. make sure that your compiler version and your Java C version or Java compiler version are the same, because if they're not, it's not going to work. Because what we're going to do now is basically we're going to compile the name of the folder, and then after that we're going to run the folder, the file. the name of the file, and then we're going to compile the file and then run it. Okay, so if the versions are not the same, it's not going to work. And one of the reasons it could not work is if you have T-Launcher on your PC and you're like using some old version of Java to run some old setups. Anyways, these are some technical details that I think we should go into. Make sure that your Java version and your compiler version are the same. Now, when you do that, today I'm gonna use the PowerShell. Okay, just for the sake of it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go Windows R. I'm gonna type PowerShell. It's gonna open. Now, PowerShell is a much powerful tool. It's PowerShell is actually a language. Yeah, it's a language. It's a scripting language. It's a command line language. It's like the Bash and a lot of languages. It's a shell language. So it's for shell scripting. It's like a batch files and all of that. So in Linux, we would study, I think, the Bash or we're gonna study the CMD language or the terminal language. Yeah, but it is a language, okay? And it can be learned and it can do a lot of things. Anyways, so if we can see here, let me just do this. Just do this, okay. If we can see here, after we download the thing, it says let's write a hello world app. Okay, let's do a hello world app. What we can do is we should go, I'm gonna do it on the desktop. Okay, so I'm gonna go cd desktop. Okay, now cd is common in Linux and in what's called in Windows. Again, I'm not teaching Linux here, I'm just doing it. Okay, so it's gonna take us to the desktop, as we can see. Now, to make a new item or a new file in PowerShell, it has its own syntax. In Linux, you have mkdir and all of that, like directory, and then a lot of things. I forgot them, to be honest, but it's not something to be worried about. It's just something you can learn so easily. But in PowerShell, there's this syntax. You type new item, and then you specify the path. If it's in this path, like هنا هنخدم C users Ryzen desktop, so I don't need to rewrite it. غير ندير هكذا back point. This means I'm gonna create this path or this item as they call it in PowerShell. نخليه هنا في هذا الباث ولا في هذا الفولدر desktop folder, and then we're gonna specify the name of the folder. Now, the name of the folder, the name of the file. I'm talking folders and their files. The name of the file should be the same name of the class. Here, the class is called Hello World, so my file should have the name Hello World.java with the extension. Don't forget the extension. So we're gonna type Hello World. Again, we're using what are we using? We are using camel casing. Classes in Java. Take notes, guys. Classes in Java are named in Pascal case. Pascal casing is when every word in your variable or in your name starts with a capital case letter. H كبيرة وبعدها صغار وبعدها the next word is world, W كبيرة, and stuff like that. So if the name would be hello world مثلا zombies, should be like should be Z, okay, with a big Z. Okay, anyways, hello world.java, then we close the quotes. And then we specify the type of the file. So we say item type. Again, in Linux it's much more simpler, and you're not supposed to learn this. Actually, ماهيش مطالبين ولا to know this. If you're using Windows, it's better to know them. And I'm not saying I'm a pro in these things, to be honest. So the item type here is a file. I'm gonna write a file. Okay. So our file name is hello world.java. As you can see, it is created as I'm written, and we're gonna study what these means, the modes and of that. The length is 0, it's empty, created at 11 a.m. and it's created. So if I do ls to specify what files I have here, I think we can, let's look for it. We have these args Java and stuff like that. We have, where is hello world, man? Where is my hello world file? Where is it? Ah, here it is, hello world.java. Yeah, so what we can do now is we can write it. So we can go notepad and type the file hello world dot java. As you can see, it opens the notepad and we can write this file. So let's go through it simply. So our first letter is public. Public is, as we said, it's an access modifier. In this example, it doesn't matter actually. We can create the class without using the word public, but it's okay to do so. public هو access modifier واش حاب يقول بلي الكلاس تاعنا هذه can be accessed in the شغل في من أي كلاس واحد أخرى in the same folder. Okay, so public doesn't matter. It's not about the package. We're gonna go talk about the packages later. So public class, and it's the name should be the same name of the file, hello world, and then we open curly braces. Again, its best practice is to open and close. This will show you why we use IDEs. Basically, we use them to minimize the time of writing the code. Or else before the IDEs, this is how it was done. People used to write this, and it's good to go back to the good old days. So public as a keyword. Static means this function or this attribute is dependent from the class. Dependent from objects. This means it can be accessed through any object. Basically, هذا التعريف البسيط اللي نقدر ندير حتى الآن for the word static. We will have other examples about it, inshallah. But for now, we're just gonna focus on the TP, okay? So public static, then void. Void كما نقول احنا قريته C language. So void معناتها ما تريتورني والو. Doesn't return anything. And then main. Main is a keyword. شو صار لها كي C. Java is based from C. So if you know C, basically you know Java. زيد لها شوية OOP stuff. That's all. So then we have this string args. This one I'm going to explain in this tutorial, as they say. String args. Again, in Java, there is two syntaxes. You can go string args, then open and close the brackets, or do it as they did it in the this is the best practice in Java. Actually, Java تقدرهم في زوج مي دير هذه خير. شي خير مي. Again, best practice at open curly braces, just close it, especially if you're using any IDE. Then what we have here is a function. So system, as you can see, مادام راهي مكتوبة in uppercase, then it's a class. This is a class system. System.out, output, it's a method, فيها method, print and so out exactly, I'm not sure what out is, but this is the syntax to create what do you call it, to printf. This is printf in Java. I know when you compare it to C or anything, go like, it's so long, but this is it. This is Java programming or OP programming. Everything is a class, and everything is an object. Object has methods and stuff like that. So you gotta get used to it. So we type hello world. This is the first program everyone writes, right? Hello world. So, and then we close. Because semicolon is C language based, C based language. C styling, so JS still have that curly braces and all of that. Because I know you think a lot of languages are not based this way. كما Python is not this way. Yeah, so نقول احنا مليح الواحد كي يكون الاخر يبروغرام يعرف الباترن تاع اللونجاج. So from now on, when you program or anything, don't focus on the language in itself. Focus on the patterns. استخرج الأنماط اللي كاينة في اللغة هذه. So when you change to another language, it would be so easy for you to do so. Okay? Anyways. So yeah, this is basically our lokhor. We type Control S, we save. Okay, so if I type space, as you can see, there is a star here. So do Control S, it's gone. That means it's saved. Okay, so we can close this one now. So what we can do here now is we're gonna compile this thing. So we're gonna go Java hello world. By the way, it's Java C. Yeah, hello dot Java, right? So it's compiled. So if we go ls, I think we should have an obj folder, I guess. Yeah, as you can see here, we have hello world dot class, and it's 11:06 a.m. So it's the same time. So this is what it's a compiled language as l'ukhra. In C, when we compile, we used to get an executable or an obj binary code we can't open. This is the same thing. In Java, we have a .class file. Now, to run this one, we should go Java, then go the name of the file without the extension, hello, okay, hello world, and we run it, and it says hello world. It's amazing, isn't it? Now, what are the string args? As you can see, Java is a command. Hello world is an argument, to be honest. This is actually one of the examples. But to make it clear, مثلا كي كنا نكريو هنا. Let's go up. Let me just clear this. Okay, let me just clear this. Oh my god, this wheel is so... Where am I? Sorry for... let's clear this. So let's go back. As you can see here, when we created this, we had this new item, then we had the path. This is an argument. So you see, these are actually system arguments, okay, and command line arguments. To باش نديمونستريو مليح, let's go back to our file, okay. Let's go notepad hello.word.java. So what we can do here is let's print the string arguments, okay. So let me just copy this one. See. What we can do here is print args of 0, okay, args of 0. Now args are empty, but now let's fill them. وين يتحطوا هذه الارجمنتس؟ الارجمنتس يتمدوا مثلا هذوما اللي كوموند اللي مدوهم, like notepad is شغل كما نقولوا احنا command. This is the argument of the command. شغل notepad, okay, open notepad, but what I'm gonna open شغل هنا رانا كاينه واحد الفونكسيون في واحد الفيشي مثلا مكتوب اي لغه, maybe C++ or anything. هذا هو الstring argument تاعو. Okay, so for example, هنا قلنا arguments.0. So second thing we gotta do is to compile this one. We should compile it. Now there is another way to compile a thing, is just go java hello.world. Okay, okay, it said exception in thread main java lang index 0 out of bound for length 0 at hello world java hello at line 3. هذا شكون معطينا هذا الايرور؟ it's the java compiler. هذه هي الفايده من الكومبايلر, يعطينا clear instructions. So it said line 3. So 1 2 3, this is the line 3. كاين ايرور هنا. وش حاب يقول؟ I'm trying to print the arguments هنا 0, but there is no such thing. Now how can I print it? Simple. Let's go notepad hello world java hello world java. Let's type here مثلا argument. Okay, now let's run this. As you can see, argument hello world java. So as you can see, args0 is what we write here, and we can do this like again and again. For example, let's run this system out control C and then control V. Let me just get this here. So let's type argument 1. Okay, so what we can do here now is java hello world argument. Let's type again, and as you can see argument again hello world. So these are the arguments. As you can see here, هذا وش حاب يقول? This is also an argument. لواش لهذا الكوماند كاينه فونكسيون جافا written program that الارجمنت تاعو هو the name of the file to be executed. احنا مثلا نوتباد اذا هنا هذا راهو argument اللي بيه نوتباد يعرف واش من الفايل باش to open stuff like that. So these are string args. This is why we write them here. So I think this is something they don't teach, to be honest, in schools. They don't focus on. Maybe some teachers mention it, but as you can see here, there's no mention of it in the TP. Again, so we learned here that this is how we this is how we run our programs. There is the Java. There's two ways. There is either you compile then run, or you just now in the new Java باسكو هذا الفيرجن الجديدة from Java, I don't know which one, maybe 18 and so forth, فيها هاد العفسة انك الاخر انك تمشيه طول، تمشي البروجرام تاعك طول. So yeah, so there is no need for compilation, but it's a good practice to compile before running. Okay, it's a very best practice باش الاخر باش ما يصرالكش مثلا دوكا احنا نحكيو من كوتي مثلا قدوه راح تروح تاخذها في شركه ولا ماكش حاب دير ديبلوي لك اسمها بروجرام شغل هنا الاخر executing without compiling is basically شغل راك ديبلوي الكومبوننت تاعك اللي خدمته ولا اللوجيسيال تاعك بلا ما تستيه. So it's a very bad thing to do. So therefore you should actually compile then run. But if we're sure that there is no problems, we can just do so. So I think this is fun. Now, this is the setup for your Eclipse. You're not going to use Eclipse today, and you can learn this on your own, by the way. You can do that on your own. Now this is on package explorers. It talks about like how system out boolean is the same as long as printf in C language. Now, what does it say here now? Let's talk about now. We're gonna do some input output things. Okay. Écrit programme Java dont la fonction main ma classe TP1 qui crée en mémoire 3 la variable entière A, B, E, S. Okay, A, B, E, S. We just type this. Yeah. So history is what we have typed. Okay. 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 Anyways, because we're gonna use this one over and over. Let me just copy it. It's because we're gonna be creating files with it. Control C. Thank you. Just Control V. Okay. So we have this my class TP1. So we're gonna just go here. My class TP1. My class TP1. So we have my class TP1. As we can see, Pascal casing, my class TP1 dot Java. So the item type is file. Okay, it's created. Length is 0. Now what we do is we go notepad. This is what I'm using. You can in Linux, if you're going to use Linux, you're going to find something called Nano, which you can use. For me now, if I type Nano here, I don't have it. I can download it. I can download it using something called Chocolate, and but it's it has like its commands. Chocolate is basically الاخر is شغل كيما صار لها كل الاخر package manager. It's a package manager for Windows. So yeah. Anyways, I think I don't have it, but I guess I have it. Anyways, sorry for interpretation and all. Now, so we use notepad, and we open the file name. So it's my class TP1 .java. So my class TP1 .java. Now what we have to do here is create on mémoire 3 variables entières A, B, E, S, and then on demander l'utilisateur saisir première valeur qui sera de lui dans A, calculer la somme, and then afficher ensuite le résultat de la somme dans l'écran. So today this is basically how we use inputs. Now inputs in Java are used through something called the scanner object. As we said, everything in Java is an object. This is why Java is the best language to learn OOP with, because it's fully based on OOP. Other languages, as we said, are hybrid. C++, it's functional, procedural, and you can write functions outside of classes, but in Java everything is wrapped inside of a class. Everything is an object. So we need to use something called the scanner. Okay, so but the scanner is an outside object, so we need to import it. Now this is a mafhum, a new concept in Java. It's the importing of classes or objects. So it's in the Java util utility scanner. So we're gonna import the scanner specifically. If I import the util, it's gonna import everything in the util function. Again. The Java, all of these are found actually in the GDK actually. So, but I'm not gonna go into that. Maybe another video I'm gonna show you where are these objects. These are actual built-in objects or classes in Java come with that come with the GDK. Anyways, so we import this object or this class, and then what we do is we create our class. Public. Let's do this time without the public keyword, just to see that we don't actually need it. So class. So the name should be the same name as the file. So ma plus TP. Then we open our curly braces and shut them down. Then inside it we have a main function. It has to be public, by the way. This one. Public static. So public static void, because it doesn't return anything. Oh, sorry, it's void. Again, this is a good thing to mention. Java is case sensitive, so void, capital case, and lowercase are not the same. I think that's obvious. Anyways, then we should the keyword is main. Again, we have our string. This time we're gonna type them args, just for you guys to know that it's okay to do so. Some people are just skeptical about these things. Okay, now inside of that we should create a scanner object. Now how to create an instance of an object is basically شلون ياخذ التيب تاع الاوبجي ولا مثلا بكليك integer so int a. Okay, now for a scanner all you have to do is actually scanner التيب تاع الاوبجي تاعنا is a scanner. نسميوه scanner minuscule just for the sake of it, or باش ما نكثرش كيما نديرو نسميه sc, and then you should type new is a keyword in Java, means راح create a new instance of this object scanner. This is called a constructor for the scanner. We're gonna talk about it in details in another videos inshallah. But here the keyword now لازم احنا نديرو system dot in input control mark q كان عندنا system dot out dot println, but this time we have a scanner system in. So these are system functions, system methods. Anyways, we have our scanner. Now واش قلنا نديرو؟ قلنا create 3 variable a e b e s. demandez utiliser première valeur, so we need to ask the user, so we need just to do system. Let me just indent this thing. Yeah, system dot out dot print ln. So enter the first number. Okay, so we have enter the first number. Now بس باش يكتب النمبر in the same line, this ln means new line. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove it باش يكتبها في the same line. Now this int a, our first integer will be the value تاعو راح تكون our scanner dot next int. Now I know it's kinda confusing, I know, but this is just syntactic stuff. This is how you get data from with Java from the user. You create a scanner object, and then if it's an integer, the thing is here all you need is one scanner. to get all the things. As you remember, in C we used to use scanf, scanner formatter. then وبعدها حسب التايب، اذا كان integer نديرو percentage d، اذا كان string نديرو percentage s، stuff like that. so here كيف شو تقريبا كيف تكري سكانر، وبعدها على حسب اذا كان integer نديرو سكانر تاعنا، بعدها نعطو next int هذه تاعنا، next int تاعنا، اذا كان string نعطو next line، and إذا كان float نديرو next float, and so on. So these things require just some practice. I will give you some places to do so. Anyways, like for example, go to Code Wars. You can practice on this syntactic stuff and the functions. Code Wars is very good to practice problem solving and this syntactic stuff for beginners, because basically those problems are written by community. Or you can use maybe lead code and stuff like that. That's for like high level. شو بدك تحوس على خدمة ولا تزوج الدكتورة ولا something like that. You can use that. But you can do so. Anyways, sorry for disturbing. Now, and now, Scani will Now, let's just retype this one. Control C. Now, let me just tell this guy that he needs to enter the second number. Okay. So here, this one would be int b. Okay. And then the sum should be in s. So int s would equal a plus b. Now all we need to do is type it down. So what we can do here is let's copy this one on its own. Just enter the sum. هنا نتعلموا كيفاش نكتبوا الاخر، نديروا dynamic strings كما نقولوا حنا، شو string static مع لي variable. So the sum of، انا نديروا plus، نديروا a، نديروا هنا بعد نديروا plus، هنا نديروا and، بعد نديروا plus b، نديروا بعدها هنا plus، بعد نديروا is. Again, let me just get this one bigger. I mean, there is a thing you can do. You can use escape sequences, and then you can jump the line. But I'm not gonna jump into that now. Maybe I'm not gonna. I don't want to overwhelm you with concepts. I think I already have done that, but it is what it is. You can rewatch the video and take the main concepts you think are most useful for you. And yeah, that's it. Is, and then we can do plus, and then do s. Okay. So yeah, that's it, I guess. And then what you can do is best practice is to close your scanner. When you finish with it, you go like scanner.close. This is something I think they don't teach. I think no one is going to mention for you to close the scanner. But anyways, let's see. Well, now let's save our file. Now I'm just going to close it here. I'm not going to, maybe in case it needs some debugging, maybe. You never know. So what we're going to do here is we're going to compile our program, Java C, no, my class TP1.java. So there is a problem. Non-static method clause cannot be referred from static context. It's a non-static method. Cannot be referred from a static context. Now that's strange. That is strange, actually. Oh, it's my bad. Oh, it's my bad. Let me just close this one. Yeah, I used this. I used the class name. So the class name, this means it's a non-static thing. Actually, I should have used the SC. I should have used my object that I created it from. Yeah, exactly. I think this will solve the problem. Now let's recompile it, and it worked. yeah, I mean, I think it's good to see that programmers fall into mistakes. I used the object, the class name instead. This is something you can use, you will be doing often, actually. Anyways, I think let me before I jump into that, I think uh, let's actually use the thing. Now, let's compile this code and then we're gonna see if some problems will be going on. Although I think there will be, but we will see about that. Anyways, let's enter some two numbers. Let's use Java, then my class TP1, and then enter the first number. Let's say 1 plus 1. Or 1 plus 2. This is 1. Enter the second number, 2. The sum of 1 and 2 is 3, as you can see. So no problems at all, because I thought we were going to face some problem with the next int thing, because it consumes the new line, but I think it worked super smoothly. I think this new Java or new GDK solved the issue. But it's fine. But if you're worried that it's going to do that, you can just add a scan or sc as here in here. Sc dot next line. Okay, so هنا كي يقراها راح صوت اللاين. But I think just gonna comment this one out again. Comments, as we mentioned, comments in Java are basically like this. This is a single line comment. This is actually called the C++ style, because I think C++ is the language that introduced this type of comments. And this is a multi-line comment. This is a multi-line comment where you can write everything inside these lines until we reach here. Anyways, I think this is already known because you already have used C. So yeah, now this is the first problem. Now, à la suite du code de l'exercice précédent, saisis les expressions suivantes et éliminer les parenthèses inutiles. Now this is, I think this is some childish, I guess. Éliminer les parenthèses suivantes. So should I solve this one? No, this is some logic stuff that you learned. Okay. Okay. And like here, for example, this is not required because it's an assignment. It's not going to look for it. So there is no need for these ones. And these ones are required, okay? These ones are required. Now we're saying basically A equals B to equal S. شو هنا we calculated 1 plus 2, right? So هنا A equals what? هنا A is 1, right? So A راح تولي القيمة تاعها راح تولي 2 plus 5 because B is 2, right? فتولي 7. So A will be 7. Now here A is already 7. Okay? ولا نبداو على القديمة. Let's say نبداو على القديمة نولي ديما كل مثال من هذا نديروه وحده so we don't fall into بزاف الحسابات. So A is 1, B is 2, S is 3. هنا واش دار؟ كي دار هاد الأقواس شغل حاب يقول باللي B راح تدي القيمة تاع S. So B will be 3. راح تروح لها القيمة 3. Then هذيك 3 راح تزيد لها 2 تولي 5. Then هذيك القيمة نمدوها ل A تسمى تولي A equals 5 and B راح تولي 3. And this is Boolean. This is some types. I think you already know these. I'm not making this as a Java tutorial, by the way. This is كما نقولوا احنا for second year students. اللي على بالي I figure or I guess they have studied C. So I'm not gonna do an introduction to types and all. Maybe this one, maybe scanner. Yeah, it's a new thing. But int and bool, I think to use bool in C you used to call std.bool, I think, or bool.h or something like that. Yeah, I forgot. مهم كان عندكم مكتبة تعيطوا لها اللي By the way, important is like doing include in C, by the way. باسكو باش تخدم printf لازم تعيط ل std.studio.h. So باش تستخدم printf exactly here. باش تستخدم scanner لازم تعيط scanner. Okay. Anyways, this one هنا boolean. So it takes true or false values. So هنا n equals, this one is actually not required because it's an assignment هذه ما يهمهاش حتى انت تريتها هذه باش تخدم. This is not math, this is programming. So A equals B هنا equals هذه تاع true or false. 1 وحده برك معناتها assignment. 2 means true or false. I think you already know that. I think you used conditions in C. So A هل A تساوي B؟ No. So N راح القيمة تاعها راح تروح false. Okay. احنا N هنا logical operators. احنا A أصغر من B and B أصغر من S. So I think this one is تاع لا لوجيك هذا قريته لوجيك. I think there is no need for these. I think you should تريتي هذه and then تريتي هذه and then باش تريتي ال and operation بيناتهم. So now I think I'm just gonna solve this one. The rest is for you guys. You download your GTK and this one is fairly simple. راح تقول له دوموند اليوتيليزاتور انه يدخل السيلسيوس. So again هستخدم scanner وبعدها next int. Although this time you're not going to use next int, you're going to use next float because maybe راح يدخل لك 30.7. Never know. Although you can use next int. Okay. بعدها دير لكم فيزيوال فahrenheit ولا فahrenheit. هذا العلاقة سلسيوس في 9 على 5 زائد 32 وبعدها طافشيها. I think this example is very helpful وهذا كل ما تحتاج باش تعرف كيف تخدم هذا البروجرام on your own. Please don't use GPT, please. Now, structure conditionnelle, écrire un Java programme qui les deux valeurs entre A et B et clavier et qui affiche le plus petit des valeurs. So basically, conditions in Java are the same in when it comes to conditions and all. So here, let's use an example. If S is bigger than 10, for example, I'm gonna say system out println. Let me just use. You can use Windows V to copy out these things. System out print. I'm gonna say your numbers are too small, for example. Your numbers too small. Numbers. مجموعة الأرقام. Else I'm just gonna print nice numbers there. Something I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Okay, and then after that we can mention this one. Okay, so let's compile this one and see what's gonna happen. Okay, now this time I think no need to compile in it, but yeah, anyways, let's do that. Let's just do that. It's Java multiply Java, and then that's Java. So let's enter the first number, which should be, let's see, less than 10. So let's do 1 and 2 again. Nice numbers. Oh, nice numbers there. What did I do here? If S is أكبر من 10, two small numbers. Oh my god. لا إله إلا الله. I meant less than 10. Oh my god, I don't know what's happened. Okay, so less than 10, and now let's recompile it. let's just باش تخدم هذا الاكزيكيوشن تاع جافا مع الكومبيليشن you just need to add this. So لازم ترجع الاكستنشن because if I didn't add the extension Java راح execute لي القديمة before compiling. So 1 and 2 two small numbers. Okay, I think because here ما كانش new line because I didn't use ln. Alright, so here I need to use ln and then redo it. Java let's do again. This time I'm gonna use 5 and 6 or 9. Nice numbers there. Oh my god, because I need to use ln in here because I loaded this one. Yeah, let's do it again. This is like a real life example of what you can face while doing this stuff. Okay, 5 and 9. As you can see, nice numbers there. Sum of 5 and 9 is 14. Now, so this I just did that for you to use باش تتعلموا الكونديسيون. So it's the same as you can see, it's the same, if else, nothing else. مع structure itérative, these are the les boucles qui calculent la factorielle dans l'entrée fournie et en donnée. So هذا program تاع factorial, we need to use les boucles. Let's say we want to calculate the factorial of a number a given. Okay, so it's just gonna give us a. I don't know if I did this, it's gonna comment it. Wait a second. Yeah, let me just what's here. Oh, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I just wanna comment all of this. Yeah, it doesn't work. So let me just comment it line by line. All I'm gonna take is the integer a. We're gonna calculate the sum, no conditions. Or, oh my god, I could have just done that. Stupid, you know. All I have to do is basically, let me just go Control Z on all of this. Oh my god, it's not working. This is so messed up, I know, but yeah, I'm not gonna edit these videos. I'm not a YouTuber, guys, so just go easy on me. So I'm gonna use a multi-line comment on this one. So yeah, this is what you can do. Multi-line comment, that's all you need. Now, imagine this thing, all of this is not here. So what you can do here is scan A. So the factorial of a number is basically انك تحسب له factorial هو انك تضربه في الاخر. مثلا عطانا رقم 5 نضربه 5 في 4 في 3 في 2 في 1. Alright? So all we have to do is الاخر is a book. Let's create an int الاخر int b. Now this is the b1. Let's initiate it with 0. And then what we can do here is for, again, it's the same thing for int e تساوي now this time our e will should you equal الرقم اللي احنا نضربوه, so it equals a. okay, e is أكبر من 0, so احنا نحسبه عند الواحد. e plus plus, now I think you already know post increment and pre increment. Yeah, I hope I'm not wrong, guys. Okay, let's hope this works. So what we can do here is b will be شلون هذه هي تساوي هي تساوي bon. Again, this is a problem. If we do factorial, we can't use 0 because 0 في أي حاجة راح تروح 0. So what we're gonna do is b في الأخرى b في a. And again, look at the error I did. It's e plus plus. If I did e plus plus, this one will work forever. So it's actually e minus minus until I reach e أكبر من 0. So until I reach 1. So this is the syntax. But to make it short, we can use e times like this. نفس المعنى. This is basically b equals b times a. Okay. So you can use this one. Now. And then when we finish our book, so let's give it a chance. So نقول له دخل 3, right? This is what you do actually. So دخل 3, عندنا الاي هنا تساوي 3. الاي اكبر من 0. يس 3 اكبر من 0. بعد اي ماينس ماينس. وش حاب يقول؟ تدخل هنا قبل دير بي. بي هي 1 في 3. 1 في 3, right? So 3 b is now 3. Then e minus minus راح تولي 2. 2 اكبر من 0. تولي 1 في 3 تولي 3 في 2. 3 في 2 تولي 6. بعدها 1 تولي 1. 3 في 2 في 1 تستفي 1. So 6. Then تولي 0. يجي يفيريفي يلقاها تساوي 0. So it's gonna stop, right? So let's print after that. Let's print our b. I'm just gonna print it like this. b equals, well, let's say the factorial of b is of actually not b of plus a, right? Then plus, then is, and then plus b, right? So let's compile it and see what's gonna happen. Okay, let's compile it first. This one I'm gonna compile. Sorry. sorry, gonna compile it first. So there's no problem. So we're gonna run it. Java class TP1. So the first number, I'm gonna see 3. Factorial of 3 is 27. Why is that? It should be 3 times 2 times 1. 3 في 2 6 times 1. Where is the error in my code? Now this is a good example to debug this. So E equals A, okay? 3 times 2. Let me see. So here, not 3, right? So B is 1, so 1 تولي تساوي 1 في 3 تولي 3. So B is 3, then A is 2. هذا واش تولي oh my god. See the thing? See the thing? See what happens? I used A instead of E. Should have used E because E is the one that going down. A راهو قاعد 3 في B في 3 is 3. 9 بعد 9 في 3 is 27. See, these are some major errors that you can do. As you can see, there is 2 types of errors. There is logical errors, like this one, and there is syntactical errors that have to produce an error in the compiler. And these are the errors that require your brain to function. Alhamdulillah. So let's redo it. This time without compilation. I'm just gonna launch this one. So let's use the same example, 3. So the factorial of 3 is 6. And again, 3 في 2 في 1. So it's the thing. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's do, for example, another example. مثلا 4 في 3 12 في 2 24. Okay. 4. What? Factorial of 4 is what just happened? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Oh my god. 4 في 3 في 2. You just use this one. Oh. Okay, as you can see, when I used Java class TP1 without the extension, it used the old code. But when I used it with the extension, so this means it will be compiled every time. So if I want it to be compiled just one time and always produce the same code, all I have to do is to compile it one time. Now I can run it. Now let's use 4 again. As you can see, 24. Now what we have learned here, I know some people of you think that I did this on purpose to teach you this thing, but trust me, I didn't know. I just knew this, that the Java compiler compiles it just one time to get the quote tag, but Java then using extension راح يكمبيليها each time you use it. This is the best proof for this. When I used Java with the extension, it worked. Without the extension, it didn't. It used the old code before the fixed error. Pascal, if we go to the ls, if we pitch this, our code is called the class TP1. So if I go, it's called class TP1 class. Before, when I didn't use Java C, each time I use this Java راح يكري لي فيشي خاص بهذاك الاخر الانستانس برك بعدين ينحيه. بصح when I use Java C راح يكري لي هذا الكلاس object اللي هو المستعمل منه الجاي. I hope you understand what I mean. So I think we covered all this. For you, install the GDK on your own, learn how to play with the compiler, the terminal. Please write this program and try to tweak it, try to reverse it, try to do it in a separate function, try to create a class especially to convert, or a function to convert and call it. Try to play with the language a little bit, try to fall in love with the programming in general. المهم, this video is long. I think I'm gonna timestamp it. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك، أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت، أستغفرك وأتوب إليك، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.